What's the word? What's the word? King of Englewood, checking in, baby. What's the word, y'all? It's King of Englewood, episode 2, Surviving Englewood. Surviving Englewood, part 2. It's just a continuation of the first podcast. Give it a little time, y'all. So I'm just chilling. Just make sure y'all know I'm here. I don't see nobody in here yet, but if y'all don't hit me in the background, man, I'm here. And we here, man. My people will be showing up in a second, but we're going to get to it, though, in a few minutes. So y'all just be cool. Everybody come in. When you come in, hit the like button. Comment if you feel like it. You know what I'm saying? If you're not subscribed already and you like the content or what's going on over here on the channel, then subscribe to the channel so you can be notified when we release new stuff. And for right now, I guess that's pretty much it, man. I got an order getting ready to pull up on me in about 2 minutes, y'all. So I'm going to be picking that up in a second. So y'all might hear me dip off for a second. But my co-host's going to be here in a while. You know what I'm saying? They'll be chopping in a minute. But as the time go along, we here, though. King Englewood, episode 2, baby. Surviving Englewood. Whether you from Chicago, Englewood, or you from anywhere else across the world, the floor is open for you to tap in and give your point of view, your experience about where you from, what you've been through, and what you had to survive. You did? Yeah, that's what it's about. I'll give y'all let a little music play for y'all right there. Let's see. I don't know if I can give y'all a little music. I'm gonna try to, man. Just while we getting everything set up. Try to, man. Just something y'all can check out while we setting up. So the rest of my co-hosts and stuff get here. I'm gonna give time for some more people to come up in here. Yeah, give some time for a few more people to come up in here. Play a little music. Like I said, I got an order getting ready to come up, getting ready to pull up on me in a few minutes, y'all. So I'm gonna be dipping out to grab that. But we're gonna let a few more people get in here, y'all, then we're gonna get started. Surviving Englewood, part 2. It's a continuation of the first episode. It's a continuation of it. So give us a couple minutes and we'll get to it, y'all.
With a morning city.
Alright, man, we're gonna get ready to go and get into it. So we about almost 5 minutes into this live. So yeah, Surviving Englewood is the topic, man. This is a continuation from the first episode. So I'm gonna just get into a little bit about my story, since I'm like, it ain't a lot of people here right now. So man, Chicago, Englewood is my birthplace, born and raised in Chicago. And surviving Englewood, when I came up in Englewood, man, Englewood was Chicago, Englewood, the South Side to be exact. It was like a totally different place to me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things in their environment was different. The people were different. The people were on like a different type of time. So growing up in that, I had to adapt And, you know, I had to adapt when the times changed and the people in the neighborhood changed. You used to have a lot of people in the neighborhood that make sure all the kids go in the house, especially when they know something get ready to go down. They make sure all the women and kids are safe. First and foremost, really, that's just what it was. So, and a lot of that then went away. As we can see, it's easy to see that everybody really like kind of for themselves. You got a lot of clicks or whatever. But surviving Englewood, I ain't gonna lie, a big portion of it that helped me survive it. Just coming up in that type of environment when you got a bunch of the older guys around or guys that have been around and have been out there for a minute. They know what's going on in the street, so they really try to steer us clear, keep us steered clear like all the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So that helped. Like I said, they made sure the women and the kids was good. Made sure they went in the crib before some bullshit kicked off. Of course, y'all know nowadays, motherfuckers just shooting shit up just out the gate. They shooting stuff up out the back. They don't care who out there. What you got to understand, you got to have the right type of mindset. And when it comes to surviving Englewood, let alone anywhere, it's all about really having the right type of mindset. The pride, you got to put the pride away. You got to put that in your back pocket because it'll cause you to make impulse decisions. You'll make a decision based off how you feel because your feelings hurt, and then it'll be to cost you the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? When a lot of stuff can be avoided, it's like, you know, not to teach nobody no negativity, but if you want to win the fight, sometimes you got to shut up, be quiet, and do what you need to do so you can come back and do your thing again. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to just go all out right there on the spot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it don't be worth it because the person that you trying to convince that you this or you that, you know, you bucking up to, or they trying to come at you like, yeah, blah, 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 and they coming at you, you trying to swell up too because you want these niggas to know you ain't no bitch and all that. But you gotta really kind of let go of what other people feel about you because that shit gonna get you killed. That shit gonna get you hurt. Real talk, I don't want this nigga to think I'm a bitch and all that. So you gonna sit up there and try to bang with them right there, even though you outnumbered, you outgunned, all that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big part of it. Like I said, surviving Englewood, let alone Englewood, anywhere else in the world. It's just kind of like, it ain't common sense, it's sense, because the shit not really common. You know, a lot of people think outside of sense. They move off impulse, like I said. So it's just like, not letting your feelings control you, man. You got to control your feelings. A lot of people let their feelings control them a lot of the time. So that's a big issue when it comes to surviving. Not just in Englewood, but when it comes to surviving anywhere in this world. You know, them facts. So anyway, yeah, like I was saying, we come of age, I say up until about 12 years old, the guys held the land down. You know what I'm saying? Like, made sure anything that went on in the neighborhood or didn't go on in the neighborhood, they knew about it. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of, you know, it was a lot more organized and there was a lot more cooperation going on. And so things looked different. It was like a different place, but don't get it twisted. It's still there, man. The people still there. It's just, you got to realize when you organize something and when you trying to bring organization to some things, you got to be cautious because there's already some organized entities that's already around. And when they see you trying to put something together, you know, it's kind of cutting the legs off to what they doing. See, we inside of a nation. This is the United States. This is the nation of the United States. But when you got these other nations inside of a nation, it's going to be a conflict. You got the GD nation. You got the Black Disciple nation. These are nations. That's why a lot of times when these guys get locked up, the little guys, whatever, or whoever get locked up, if you're affiliated with one of these organizations, then they're going to look at you like, the United States system really look at you like a terrorist. You don't honor our nation. You are part of another nation. So you just got a bunch of nations inside of this nation. But you got to realize when you're trying to organize anything, you're trying to organize a whole nother nation. You think these people finna let a nation be birthed inside of their nation that will one day grow and overthrow their nation? No, it's not going to happen. And that's why you had a lot of stuff shut down. It went from the Black Panthers, they shut them down. A lot of infiltration. I ain't saying all the Black Panthers, all them people was good in the inside either. I know it was some corrupt ones in there because it's bad apples amongst every bunch. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter your color, your skin color, none of that. But it went down from that, from the black, what you call them? You know what I'm saying? Black Panthers to the Now it's the GDs, the BDs, all these different type of organizations, you know what I'm saying? And they get infiltrated. You got bad and good apples inside of both of them. But point taken is they not going to let you organize. People wonder, like a lot of people say unity, and people try to bring unity. We've been trying to bring unity for a long time. But when you got powers that be in other organizations and people that can't that whole weight, that can interfere with that, then you're going to have an issue. Anything anybody is doing in life, you know what I'm saying? You got to expect some friction to come with it. You got to expect some friction to be behind it, some type of tension. So you doing what you're doing, if it ain't no opposition against it, then you got to question what you're doing, because if you're doing something that ain't no opposition against it, then it might not, what you're doing might not really be holding that much weight. It might not be holding a lot of weight. And that's why people not even opposing it. But no matter what you do, it's going to be somebody to oppose it. You can open up a Dollar General. I can open up a Dollar General right here, right down the street. But guess what? If it's a Family Dollar a block away, guess what? That's my competition. Guess what? They coming down there to see what I got on sale. And it's just the world we live in. It's a competitive world. So, but there's such thing called healthy competition. Hold on, y'all. My order might be out here. I'm finna go check, see if my order out here right quick. My co-host will be sliding through in a minute, y'all. It's King of Englewood, Surviving Englewood, a continuation of the first episode. It's part 2. Give me like 2 minutes, bro. I'm gonna go pick my food up. Okay, y'all. It ain't out there yet. It ain't out there yet. It ain't even out there yet. But I'll say, man, they're not gonna let you build no organization inside of no organization. So Surviving Englewood, I guess I ain't gonna say it in a few words, or the nutshell to me is, you definitely got to be able to mind your business. You got to be able to mind your business. You got things you got going on. You got an agenda. You got plans. You got plans for your life, anything like that. If you got plans, that's your agenda. That's your world. You know what I'm saying? What you wake up for every day. When you wake up, what's the first thing that you think about? Like, who are you? And so that should be the most important thing, and not what everybody else got going on that's surrounding you or that's in the neighborhood or whatever. So a lot of people get caught up in that he say, she say, such and such said this, such and such did that. But it's like, is that helping you get closer to where you trying to get at in life? This is all a part of survival. Is that helping you get closer where you trying to get at in life? Like, why is you focusing on it? It's all kind of like a soap opera in this drama. Such and such said this, such and such did that. That's just wasting time. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't beneficial towards you making a next step toward where you're trying to head at in life, then it's a waste of time. And that's a part of survival. You know what I'm saying? Once you learn how to survive, then you can learn how to thrive. First, you got to learn how to survive first. Once you can survive in this shit, then you can thrive in this shit, man. That's how it go. But surviving, survive. The core word of it, survive something, vive, to revive. You know what I'm saying? To reinvigorate. So to survive, you got to come to yourself, man. If you don't have control over yourself, first and foremost, and I say we got guys that's thinking on deep levels, man. We got guys that's on a high level when it comes to thinking or whatever. So some guys don't even, at the point now where they don't even consider self. Yeah, they at the point now where they don't even consider self. All right, y'all, hold on 1 second. I got one of the co-hosts trying to join, and we have some issues with the other co-hosts trying to get in. Okay. I got you, bro. That was a mistake on my part, y'all, too. I didn't do something I was supposed to do. But I'm finna get it and do it out. But like I said, man, Yeah, like I said, man, that's all a part of survival. Like I said, I got people that they past the point of thinking on the yeah, you should be able to go in through the chat now. Whoever that was trying to get in, go through the chat, and you should see the link there to be able to join. That's my bad, fellas. I ain't even put the link in there to join. Just kind of scrambling at the last minute. Still is a little bit too, but we gonna put it together. Yeah, but like I was saying, that's a big portion of survival. So being able to control yourself, being able to control your own being, you know what I'm saying? And that consists of not controlling just your body, but being able to control your emotions. Not so much being able to control them, but being able to cope with them, and not being able to control them, but more so not allowing them to control you. Yeah, I just put the link up. I just put the link up in the chat. So okay. And my order just pulled up out here too, y'all. I'm finna step right here to the front for about 2 minutes. For it, not even that long. And right back. Get this food right quick. See if you can get in, bro. I put the link in the chat box. Yeah, I don't see it popping up yet as the guests arriving. All right, man. Hey, I don't know why they ain't letting y'all in. I don't still see you there in the guest slot. Yeah, look in the chat, bro. See if you can get in through the chat, man. I should be able to get in through the chat. I put the link in there. Yeah, see if you can get in, bro. I don't even know who that is. It just came through on the group text, so I don't know who it is. It's Larry or Sims. Y'all try to get through the. You gotta go to that StreamYard. If it ain't letting you go, still let me know. Hit me up and text me in the group chat and let me know. So I can see. I might have to end it. So I'm probably I have to find out what's going on. But for the time being, I'm gonna continue on, man. I appreciate whoever still been sticking around and bearing with it. You know what I'm saying? It said ain't no viewers in here, but I know it was just like 40 people, or like 30 some people. Hey, okay. Yeah, so I was saying anyway, Surviving Englewood, as far as you being able to control your emotions. You can't control your emotions and you going off impulse, it's really gonna kind of put you in a bad spot. Don't get it wrong. It could be a good thing too. It's like a time and a place for everything. It's a time and a season for everything. You know, it's a time for it to be cold. It's a time for it to be hot. It's a time for it to rain. Just like it's a time for things to get took, and it's a time to give. You know what I'm saying? It's a time for joy. It's a time for peace. Time for sadness, and so on and so forth. So when stuff happen, and people kind of like let it send them overboard, it's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? And a big part of being able to survive is to be able to tame that and control that. Because without that, you can't do nothing. That's why a lot of people get innocent bystanders, quote unquote, innocent bystanders. See, I say that, y'all, and a lot of people probably be mad at me for that, but I say innocent bystanders, quote unquote, because I believe in this. Like, nothing happens by accident. You know what I'm saying? And when it's my time to go, it's my time to go, and anybody else on the earth, whether they a child or whether they're an adult. You know, and that's just a truth that I stand by and believe in. I know it ain't gonna probably resonate or be for everybody, but that's how I look at that. You know what I'm saying? Because people will say, yeah, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And, people got different beliefs, but y'all know it's evident. We seen people in the world that didn't live by the gun. They didn't live by the gun, but they died by the gun. Or they didn't live by this, but they died by it. So you got to put to test. You got to kind of test these conditionings and these different sayings and phrases that we carry around in our head that we use. This is the life. This is the breaths we breathe. This is stuff we speaking out our mouth. So you run around believing this. This is your foundation. This is what you standing on. What you believe is what you standing on. That's your foundation. And when your foundation is something that's faulty, that can be pulled from up under you at any given moment, you're gonna want something real sturdy for your foundation. Something you can walk on, sleep on if you need to, or dance and flip on if you have to. That's a strong foundation to me. So it's about like what people believing in. And so when people say, like I said, that's what I believe. When something happens to somebody, it's kind of like it's meant. Just like we ain't asked, we ain't know what time we ain't know we finna be born. We didn't ask to be here. We didn't have no control over being born here. And it also, there's only so much control we have over when it's time for us to leave here too. When it's ultimately time for us to leave, whether it was while we was a kid or while we was an adult, it's gonna happen. And like I said in the previous podcast, the best money, the best doctors in the world that money could buy still wouldn't be able to save you. For real, because that's just what it is. Y'all wasn't able to get in. I see somebody back in. I wonder if it's one of my co-hosts. I see that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check it, G. I'm gonna have to check and see what's wrong. Cause I put the link in it's in the chat though. It's not in the description, it's in the chat. All right, check it out. I'm finna go on here. We finna do an intermission right quick. Probably for about 20, 30 minutes, and I'm gonna tap right back in, man. I gotta get my people in. King Englewood, Surviving Englewood, Part 2, continuation. We're going to be picking right back up in about 15, 20 minutes, people.